You know, readiness comes in many different forms, and it is whether the children are ready, it is whether the parents are ready and the guardians are ready, it is whether the school plant is ready, and really the ministry, as you know, we have been working tremendously hard to make sure that the part we have to play in getting the schools ready, whether it is the physical plant or it is providing the support that we know people will need as they try to make this adjustment and transition. We have sought to make sure that those kinds of facilities are available. We took the opportunity this morning to come out as a ministry to visit a number of schools. There are a number of schools that we're visiting today. There's a list. We started this morning with the ones who are coming in for the very first time at St. Giles. And it was wonderful to see how those young children are actually making that adjustment. It was interesting, one of the comments made by the principal and one of the teachers actually was that the children haven't met each other online before. When they came in today, there was still a little familiarity, and the point was that they didn't notice the amount of crying and calling for mommy, that somehow they seemed to have had a connection with each other, even though it had been online before. So that was one positive comment that we heard out of today in terms of how the children are adjusted, and that speaks about their readiness, to speak to your question. And then we talked to the teachers, even here where we are now at the Erdiston Special School here at Erdiston. Ms. Holder, who is the principal here, who's right here with us, she has also mentioned that, you know what, today they came ready. Even the parents who were volunteering, she's indicating, I'm sure you'll speak with her, to say they were here from about 7 o'clock this morning, very early. So in terms of that readiness, again, you have parents who are coming to volunteer to be a part of this community and to ease the transition, that they are here ready also. And if you look at the surroundings, you will see the surroundings are clean, the classrooms are properly spaced, and we have persons here who are from the unit that had responsibility for making sure these schools were ready. I hope you'll get an opportunity to speak to them too, because as much as we speak to the minister, we have to understand that there's an entire team, an entire country that's behind us making this happen, and an entire ministry. And so in readiness, it looks as if the children are ready. But you know what is the funny thing? When I came just before I went into the schools earlier this morning, I spoke to parents in their cars, and I spoke to parents who were just standing outside of the school. You know, the parents are more nervous than the children, but they are happy. They're happy. They're looking forward to it. And so I just want to say, you know what? We have made this step. Let us keep pushing through. Let us see how the rest of the day goes. Let us observe. Let us take note of the things that are working well and reinforce those things. The things that are not working so well, let us take that as a gift and then determine how best we will be able to treat that gift by addressing it in the appropriate way for everyone. And I am trusting that at the end of the day today, we will continue to give God thanks for having brought us this far, and we will step into tomorrow bravely again, ready to redouble our efforts to bring even more students back in and more teachers.
Do you see, while you do your assessment, do you see anything that needs changing or anything that you think needs to be addressed before more students are allowed back into the school?
Well, I will say, let us not be premature. Let us give ourselves the opportunity to observe today. We are only barely 2 hours into this day. Let us give ourselves the opportunity to see the rest of the day and hear it from all perspectives, because as I was walking around as the chief and our team from the ministry are walking around, we're not just speaking to the parent volunteers, we're not just speaking to the teachers, we're not just speaking to the principals, we're speaking to the children too. We're also speaking to the janitors, and we're also speaking to the servers. So it is going to be an entire feedback loop from all those who are part of the community that will help inform what we do going forward.
I want to say at this time that I fully support the comments made by the minister. And I can tell you, based on the excitement that I'm seeing coming from the teachers the excitement that I'm seeing coming from the students, from the principals. We've made the right move to have students back at school from the 21st of February 2022. And as the minister said, it is a learning experience. And we are willing to hear from all of the partners in education with regard to how we can improve, how we can make things better, so that in the end we can make things better for our children. That is what it is about, our children.